Hi, I just got back from the gym. Anyway, but I wanted to show you. My challenge for this week was to work on my live show. I did very little with it, almost nothing, and that's okay. I didn't expect to have 52 weeks free to do side dreams. So, but I just worked on it today, and I thought about it a little bit earlier this week. And the reason I picked this one is because I'm going to be opening for Brianna Morella, who is an amazing musician from out west, and she's touring through to our house. So I was like, I need to finally do this, build my little synth setup. So huge thanks to Ryan Hay of Pink Sky for giving me a synth lesson a few weeks ago, and indirectly to Angelica Hay for being amazing and doing all the synthy stuff with Ryan. It was interesting to find out how similar Ryan and I were. Even though he does all this amazing technology stuff, he's actually very right-brained, and it was really cool to learn that. And also indirectly thanks to Jess Kramer, because she gave me a couple loop lessons last year, and loopers are still a little hard for me. I got to get one like hers. I tried using Brian's after our loop lessons, and it was too hard for me. Yeah, but this is a synth. If you didn't know, a synth has nothing to do with the keyboard. This is just a MIDI controller. But this is a synth, and they make really cool noises. Maybe I'll show you in another video. I'm not all set up yet. All right, maybe I am. I just said that this is the video where I got set up. Anyway, so let's see. Yeah, I'll have to plug it in. I just got excited and started making this video. But, yeah, so synth is all those things and really cool. And it's just, all these different sounds and settings. And you can build your own sounds. And, yeah, I look forward to learning more about it. And, yeah, getting better at it. And, because I think previously I just envied all my friends. Oh, this is just a joke part of my synth station. My old Casios from childhood. I guess it's not really a joke part. Jess Kramer is actually pretty old school like this, and I think that empowered me to reconnect with my childhood. So if you haven't heard my childhood album, that's kind of what it sounds like. It's like actual songs from my childhood. Don't you know I love you so? Oh baby, don't you know? That song is like just pushing a C, F, and a G, and this thing does all the work. Come with me, and you'll see all the fun times there will be. It's G, I love you. That's a C, I know the sticker's gone. Anyway, I reordered this keyboard on eBay last year when I wanted to make the childhood album and have it sound as much like the original as I could. Anyway, that's how I grew up. So, give your kids fun technology to play with, I guess. But yeah, as I got older, I went to a music conservatory. I just became super, super pro real piano. And I'm still super, super, super pro real piano. But I think I learned years ago that actually, if I would just get into technology a little bit, I could have set a really cool beat to that. I don't know. I wasn't planning on doing this right now, but why not? That's not a really cool beat, but it's a beat. There we go. And now to play along. gym, but I'm feeling inspired, so why not keep going? Whoops, 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 whoops. There we go. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. I almost can't take words seriously right now. That's so weird. Weird. That was actually really fun. I could set this up differently and just have this here playing. Why not? Okay, not like that. Anyway, that's the progress I made on my little synth setup. I don't know why this isn't working yet. Let's see if I can problem solve. Maybe I just didn't plug it in well. Oh, maybe I just didn't turn on the MIDI keyboard. That's literally all it was. I'll bet. Oh, wait. The MIDI keyboard needs... Okay. This, maybe? Let's find out. Let's find out. Okay. Power on. Yay, power on. Now, to see if I have any sound. It says it's on, but maybe I plugged it all in wrong. In. Well, I got a good start. Brian, you know, my other half works at a recording studio, so like, I'll just check with him later. But I still did it this week, right? Sort of. Input, volume. This is fairly anticlimactic, but but I made a Casio beat and played along with my piano. Oh, it's saying load initial program. Am I hearing something? I don't think I am. Sorry. I think it has to do with inputs. Anyway, that's me and technology. I've been shying away from it for forever because it scares me. Oh yeah, what else was I gonna say? Oh, so for this upcoming week, I actually don't need to draw things. I want to make this just, I was trying to set up my MIDI station and I pushed tables out of the way. Okay, I don't need to draw things because my niece Brooklyn was here, the one who drew the first ones this weekend, and she saw the jars and she came over and she's like, can I draw one? And I was about to say like, well, it's not ready, but maybe we could save it for, and she just stuck her arm in and pulled one out, and then she put it back, and then I asked her like, actually, I think she said something about YouTube, and then when I went in there and I pulled it out and I saw the word YouTube, I was like, was this it? She's like, yes. And I was like, Brooklyn, you pulled my favorite one. So she got excited and wanted to pull one more from the other jar too, so she pulled another one, and it's one I've pulled before, and maybe I should just go ahead and do this one, but I'm too excited about the favorite one actually coming out. I don't think I want to wait any longer, but I'll decide for sure tomorrow, but I'll tell you about it. I know this was pulled in advance without you looking, but why would I cheat? I just admitted it's my favorite one, and I wanted to get this one, so like, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, this one says ukulele talks. Release all on YouTube, yay. So I think I have a lot of time this week, actually, so I might really do this one. If not, I'll register Sleepy Puppy Records as my ASCAP name. This is more work. Like, it's, it's not more work, it's just boring work, stuff I hate doing. Which means I probably should do this because I've been picking all the creative ones. I really just need a manager, but I don't make any money, so why would anyone manage me? But the business stuff is just not my strength or my interest. Even though, like, I get it, like, I know what work needs to be done, I'm just not doing it. So Ukulele Talks is a series of mini, very, very mini podcasts that are maybe like 10 to 15 minutes long each that I made while driving to a job that was not a good fit for me at all. I was an accompanist for a high school choir, and maybe if you went there, you could argue that it was a good fit for me, but for my soul, it was not a good fit. I had to be like a follower of a lot of structures and systems that were already in place, and some of which I thought were harming some of the students' self-esteem. And I do not mean that in any offensive way to those who are in power there, or who created those systems. I mean it in a sort of generalized way towards all systems in all schools that create inadvertent shame just by honoring certain types of talent and highlighting and showcasing certain people as the best, and making others who maybe are working very hard, you know, like for instance, I was first chair flute almost my whole childhood. And like, it never occurred to me when I was younger how that was probably making a lot of other people feel to constantly be ranked and assessed like that. So, and whether or not flute came easy to me shouldn't have been the point. You know, I don't know. I guess it's good to have leaders, and that's what they're trying to do, is create competition to create systems to find who the leaders are on a topic. But, wow. My skin gets extra pink and spotty after I work out. My nephew was being very nice to me when we were at the beach the other day, and I was pointing out how I never don't. I always wear tights, even in the summer. Like, I wear those footless ballerina tights that you can roll up around your ankles. And we were at the beach, and I had on like leggings under a skirt, but they were like the crop leggings, you know, and I rolled them up, and so, you know, above my knees, woo, because I never do that anymore. Because my skin looks really weird. It's just very pink and splotchy and polka dot-ish almost looking, like just little dots everywhere. And once I drew that to their attention, one of my nephews was very kind. Like, ooh, cool, you know, like as in, like, it's not a bad thing. I'm getting really self-conscious because I'm realizing I'm telling this story, and that's weird. But, yeah, so, like, things can be normalized, and you can associate new memories and feelings with things. Like, I don't know that I'll ever see my skin in a negative way again after having that experience with a 5-year-old. Anyway, yes, so my skin has lots of little pink, not just pink undertones, but little pink dots everywhere. I mean, just the other day I was marketed something on Instagram that said, like, a woman who was saying how this product, Nutrisol or Nutra something, changed her life, and how she just goes out just in plain skin, you know, and how it looks great. And I looked at her face, and it looked flawless, like a makeup artist or like an airbrush thing. And she may actually be blessed to look that way. Blessed or not blessed, I don't know. I don't know what being the best is anymore in the world. Like, yeah, I was first chair flute. My whole childhood, I got to feel like the best. My whole childhood, but all it made me do is feel like disconnected from the rest of society that didn't get to feel like the best. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chair flute, people who didn't have special talents, who weren't 10th in their class of 300 like I was, and then wrote papers and essays to get scholarships, arguing that I should have been higher than 10th in my class, because the only reason I was 10th in my class instead of higher was because there were people who took 2 study halls, and I took band and theater company, so I was enriching my life, and by enriching my life, I had 2 non-weighted classes, and they had, you know, classes that didn't count, weighted or unweighted, and so by sitting and having time to study each day, they were ranked higher than me in my grades, and it made no sense to me, so I would argue that, whatever, poking that hole even, like, yes, that's something I was mad about, but still, what about the people who school didn't come that easy for? Yeah, I don't know why school came easily for me. It just made me feel removed from society until later, and I'm a big nerd. I've been noticing that in my band. Like, there are a lot of experiences that I missed out on by being a nerdy teacher pleaser. I wasn't trying to be nerdy. I just really liked school. And so I'm not even knocking nerdiness or loving school. Like, that's just who I was. But there are opposite experiences that are occurring. And why are we just so friggin' hierarchical? Like, it's so hierarchical. There are other experiences I missed out on. by being in that bubble. So back to skin. That's what it's like, to have perfect skin probably is you're just in a bubble all the way until maybe you're 40 or 50 or 60. And then when you don't have perfect skin anymore because you're not as youthfully beautiful and your skin looks like how everyone else ages. I mean, you might be the most beautiful of the aging people, but still, you're going to age. Hopefully we all get to age. I mean, I know we don't all get to, but I hope you do, and I hope I do, and I hope everyone I love does, and I hope everyone who I love loves does, and that the people they love does, and then ripple that outward, and that's the whole world. And I know tragedy comes to some of us, and so it can't be true for all of us, but that's still what I hope and what I pray for. Where was I going with that? Oh, back to skin. Yeah. So I'm being marketed trying to have more perfect skin. And all that does is induce shame or induce spending. That's what they want. They want you to feel ashamed of your skin, of your body, of your mind, of your ideas, anything that is different. Talking too long, I talk too long. That's what I do. By conventional standards, I talk way too much. And by even your standards, probably, although why are you watching this then? Why did you just hear me say that? It's been 17 minutes and 54 seconds. So, just is what it is. We're all wired very differently. I know a million people who would never even put a phone in front of their face and say one word. They don't want to. They have a million other strengths. Or if you don't want to call this strength, they have a million other passions or desires or things they want to do. And vice versa. Like some people want to climb a mountain, and that's all they've ever wanted to do. And I got into a truck and drove up one for all of 10 minutes before I had a panic attack. Like, I don't want to do that. I'm not interested in that. I did run down a mountain once in Wales, but that's a whole other story. And I used to drink a lot back then. I mean, I wasn't that bad, but I don't know. I was in a different point in my life. I hadn't really processed any of my traumas, and I was very blocked and not in touch with any of my feelings, and that included feelings and behaviors that I did that probably really hurt a lot of others. But in addition, I also had a fearlessness and would run down mountains. There is way too much backstory to all that. All right, so I might release my ukulele talks. Didn't mean to talk about systems of power, but these were created when I was witnessing every day the amounts of stress that these high schoolers I knew were in, and that they were, many of them were on anxiety medication and were needing to come into the choir office to sit and color. I would give them paper and crayons to color, and they're in high school. I mean, I love coloring, so I'm not judging them for doing it. I'm judging, the stress levels. If the stress levels were that bad and they're in the world of, judgment and their peers and coolness and whatnot, but yet their anxiety was so high that some of them took me up on just sitting in the back of a choir office to sit and color. I just really think certain systems are adding so much pressure and shame to these kids who are not fully developed yet. I don't even mean to call them kids. I just think maybe it would help if societally we thought of them differently. I don't know. That's a whole other topic. Anyway, you'll get to hear about it if I do ukulele talks. But that's what it was. I would record these things. They were 10 or 15 minutes long. And I had this vision that I would add ukulele music to them later, but then I never did anything with them because back then I was shy. I didn't share a single thought or word or anything on anywhere. I barely shared my songs. I barely talked publicly. I barely shared anything on Facebook or Instagram. That was how I truly felt. So back when I made those, which was probably 2014 or 2015, I was pretty much 100% different publicly than who I currently am. So if that is inspiring to you, cool. If that's terrifying to you, sorry. But I don't think we have to stay who we are. I think things change us and life changes us. And in my case, he who I shall not name, who is, technically running our country, that changed me. I saw the way he was shaming a supermodel for gaining a little weight. I've gained so much weight in the last few years. It's not the best example of it because that's not the worst angle. I could start talking about my weight. But my weight got way worse when I heard what he said about that supermodel, and I sobbed for a week. And then I railed on my Facebook for a week after he was elected. It didn't help anything according to a lot of people who know me. Maybe it's not that it didn't help, it's just that we were all in a lot of pain. And, oh, there's the dot. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I don't know what helps what. I really don't. But I was very upset. And then I started channeling it into being like a shame warrior. So that's what I am now. Anti-shame. I see people shaming people all the time and they're not even meaning to do it. But he was meaning to do it because he is the type who likes to put people in their place and hold power. And to you, I say, I don't like that. I don't know why you're doing that. I'm sorry for whatever happened to you as a kid or in your life that made you think that that's a good way to be. I hope you're enjoying all the wealth and power that you're getting. I hope it's worth it. My guess is it's not. It probably just creates more situations where you need to keep up the facade, keep up the whatever. You'll probably just laugh at me, so why am I even talking to you like anything? I mean, I just need a boundary to people like you. You just don't even, you're not on the same team. You're not on the same radar. I don't want to make teams, but like you and I, we are working for the opposite master or service. I don't even know what you're doing. I don't understand people like you at all. And to anyone who's obsessed with power, I don't know. Maybe think about whether or not power and growth are the same thing. I'm obsessed with growth. Like I want to get better and healthier and heal and build synth stations and follow my dreams. And I do want more followers. I do want more people to care about what I'm saying. I do. I know that might be similar to an obsession with power. Like I want people to care about stuff I do, and I don't know how to edit it, how to make people care. I talk too much, I share too much, I post too much. Or I could not shame myself and say I just share a lot, and it's just a lot. And I would like it to be something that mattered to more people. It doesn't seem to matter to that many people, but it matters to me to be trying to grow. And if that's wanting power, to want it to seem to have more relevance, or to want to be able to make more money so that I can afford to keep doing this, like that probably is wanting power. So I'm no different. And I try to spend as much time as I can poking holes in my own beliefs, because I think that we all have blind spots. And I have a couple people in my life who I'm very close to who I think see my blind spots better than I do. Whenever I hear them getting that tiptoe feeling. One person got that tiptoe feeling around me for like 10 years, and she was trying to help me so much, and I love her so much for tiptoeing for so long, but I try to not put her in situations where she has to tiptoe anymore. We openly talk about things, her and other people that I'm close to, and I don't know. And yet I'm a hypocrite, because there are certain other people who I see that they are fragile on certain topics, and then I tiptoe around them. I don't know. Karma, something, kindness. Is it kindness to tiptoe? I've been thinking a lot about words lately. And language. And the inaccuracy of language versus intention. And I've been trying really hard to check my intentions. Oh my gosh, this is getting so long. Okay. There's a really big plant. It doesn't have a name. If you want to name it for me, feel free. That'd be hilarious. If anyone actually watched this long, give a name to this plant. It's the biggest one in our house. This is a chair my friend Gabrielle loves. But I'm not going to give it to her, even though I give away almost everything, because I need it here. Plus, she can come here and practice with me, and we can play songs together. We're in a cover band together. It's called Snow Angel. I've probably told you that before, but like as if you remember from 15 videos ago at minute 26 of that one. Okay, bye.